All right, folks, we're about to go on a sentimental journey, and the message is, don't go on that sentimental journey. Don't get too sentimental about the stock market outlook. Justin Lahart, Heard on the Street columnist, is here with this one. All right, this is all about optimism, pessimism, investor intelligence, these polls, all these things. Are investors getting too optimistic?
No.
No, they're not. No. They're not getting too optimistic.
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, there are these polls that people look at to sort of judge optimism in the stock market. And the idea, right, is that if polls show that investors are super bullish, then it's really bad for stocks because then
sort of
all the good news has got to be in there, and you know what kind of good news is going to make stocks go up at that point, right? So I took a look at these polls. There's been some research done on them too. So there's
how they actually play out,
and how they actually play out. Just doing sort of a simple correlation regression type thing. And
did you do that on your own?
Yeah. It's easy. Oh yeah, sure.
That's what you do on your free?
No, it's actually it isn't very hard to do with Excel. So just taking a look at the returns and taking a look at, so there's a poll of individual investors and looking at sort of that negative correlation, and it's pretty low. It's like less than minus 0.2. Minus 0.1 would be sort of like perfect negative correlation, right? So that's not so good. Then there's one of newsletter writers called the Investors Intelligence Poll, and that's a little bit better. It's not great. And then, and both of those polls have been sort of on the bullish side. There's a third indicator that Merrill Lynch puts together where they don't ask, it's a stock strategist, they don't ask, are you bullish or are you bearish? They just say, how much money do you think your clients should put towards stocks? And that is incredibly low right now. And it turns out that the correlation on that one is sort of the best negative correlation. So that it actually seems to have the thing with the best track record says stocks should actually do pretty well.
So, and that one, I think it's right at about 50% right now, right?
Yeah, which is really low.
Below the 60%. Yeah. But the bottom was only, about 43? At the bottom it was 43%?
Right, yeah. And they say that this thing has gone up, but they say even now it suggests that there should be pretty good returns ahead. And this is a slower moving indicator. So I think that it's important now, when you hear, people talk about bullishness and bearishness, but it's really just this risk on, risk off, risk on, risk off, right? And there's no sort of firm commitment to stocks. And this is a slower moving indicator that sort of suggests, how much firm commitment is there to stocks. Sort of like, I'm going to buy this and actually hold it for, more than a day.
More than a session, right, exactly. All right, Justin Lahart, thank you very much, sir.